שבוע טוב וכתבוך. אנחנו מתחילים בכבוד האכסניה, give credit to the Mefitz, to the base medrash Tzvi, who is a
technical producer.
Because Acheret, we wouldn't be able to broadcast. I want to start the shir with dedicated to the yard site of my Rebbitzins Rebbe and the Rebbe of Moshe HaKohen, the Manhattan Shulman, Marty Shulman. The yard site and my Rebbitzin is going to spend a lot of time going to Petach Tikva, the Segula, Beis Chaim, where he's Nikbar. We're talking about Meir Ben Yehuda Fulda, who was born in Fulda. Nolad was born in 1928 and was nifter in 2018. He lamad v'chinech dor doron shel talmidim kirev levavot rabim leTorah. This is written on his tombstone. V'yira kidesh shamayim v'Torah v'orech hitnahaguto haya b'sever panim yofos meiros b'chol v'akol b'tznius. Nolad b'Fulda. Higer, the Washington Heights, Lamad v'Torah v'das, v'Yitzchak Chachanan, Kibel Smicha, ב-1956, got his Smicha in 1956, and he continued teaching Torah. That was his excellence. And my Rebbitzin studied in TI, Teachers Institute, and she had the schus of learning with him, and we're going to also have a little note from Moshe HaKohen, had a little note that he wrote about his Rebbe, and we're going to include it in the chat. We are, today is Ted Zayin of Menachem Mendel Lezer Strisov. That's his yard site. Moshe ben Rafal David Pardo and Aaron Bechor ben Chaim Al-Chazviyut. But we show also, every week I get Elimelech Biderman, Malach, and since we're learning Yiddish, we're doing, and I figured I might bring a little snippet, Masha Hu Evi, Kvar Nerma Al Avram Avinu, the Pasuk, Ki Yadativ, Laman Asher Yitzavis Banov, Es Beito Achrov, Es Beiso Achrov, Vishamu Derech Hashem Lasot Stakam Mishpat. That's in Perik Yud Ches of Bereshis, Pasuk Yud Tes. And Rashi gives a pshat, Ki Yadativ, Yadav Loshen Chiba, V'lama Yadativ, L'man Asher Yitzava L'fi Shehu Mitzaves Banav Olav Lishmor Derachai. And they bring down, they ask, Dover Nora Lisbonim, Hari Medubar Avram Avinu, She'ein La Shemetz Hasogas Gedola. So we have no idea, concept of how great he was. Hu Asher Amad Beseres Nisyanos. He went to Kivshon HaEsh. He did all sorts of things. Why dafka? By the fact that he was mechanech, he got that Rashi, that Laman Yedativ. Why didn't it include any of his other sacrifices? Mikan naskil chama chaviv l'nei makom baruch Hashem mitzvos chinuch habanim v'talmidim. So Malach is madgish that how important it is. Chinuch Abonim. We're going to get to the Yiddish. Pam nishal ha-satmer rov. Em efshel lechanot et kol elish nispu b'melchama kedoshim. Those, can you call those who died, all of them, from, not from, also as kedoshim? Me'achar shener kol kiddush Hashem. After all, they died al kiddush Hashem. Nene ha-Rebbe, the Rebbe had ke'emfet. Kol elish nispu nikroim kedoshim. Avol elish nishur b'chayim. Umechanchen doros ne'amonim la l'torosem heim kodshei kadoshim ubashonot, and this is the Yiddish. Oiskein of Kiddush Hashem is kodshim. Ofzen el chashtub mit kinder is kodshei kadoshim. Okay, do you hear that Yiddish? Okay, that's the Yiddish of word for today. Although we're going to continue, we have to say our Tehillim. We're up to Biz 120, we're up to Kuf Chav. technical. Here we go. Moshe Chabusha is with us again. I knocked him out. חצי עם גחלה אויה שכנתי רבת עם שום אני שלום אחינו כל בית ישראל אחינו כל בית ישראל שונאים בצרה ובשביה עומדים בין בים ובין ביבשה המקום ירחם עליהם יוציאם מצרה לרווחה ומפעיל יורה ומשיבו לגאולה השתה בגולה ובזמן קריב. ונאמר אמן.
Amen.
Shir Amalas Aled zum Singen auf der Stapeln. Stapeln is the levels, like the street, ma'alot. Stapeln from Beis Hamikdash. The Kommende.
Steps.
The steps, right.
Stapeln.
Like steps. The Kommende 15 Mizmorim. Kommende Kuf Vav Mem Ayin Nun Dalid Ayin is next.
Next?
Yeah, next. Kommende.
Sounds like commanderin.
Commanderin.
What's commanderin mean?
Yeah,
my mother always used to.
Really? Would say commanderin?
There's somebody is commanderin. They're like making
really?
a tumult.
Really?
No?
No, that's.
Did you hear that?
No, and I hear it. Hat David HaMelech verfasst at the Levim das Singen auf der 15 Stapeln von Beis HaMikdash El Hashem zum Ebersten B'Tzorasi li. Wenn ich bin Atzora, Korasi, hab ich Mispala gewen, V'aneni, und hat mir geantwortet und genommen mein Bakasha. Okay, that was interesting. Did you hear that? Deet. I wonder where that came from. Okay, so we are going to continue in Nidchei Israel, and I think we are beginning a Perek Shlishi, and it's Bo Yivor She'im Yischazik Lishmor Satorah Be'es Azos Yisal Majorkas Amot. Chavis Chaim realized that the generation was Nidrika. You know what Nidrika means?
Going low.
Low. So
what does Troyer mean? Troyer.
I have to.
The test.
I know. Troyer.
Troyer. I had that word yesterday in my Beis Yehuda, and I didn't know what the word meant.
Okay, so we have two words to. Well, Troyer. We'll have to look.
I meant to after Shabbos to write down a few words that you can
Beis Yehuda.
That in the mashal I was reading, I didn't know what the words meant, and I felt that I was like missing.
Efshe can Ibbe sagen the mashal in Yiddish.
In Yiddish.
Okay, tracht of them. Wir lernen dem Nidchei Israel. Think about it. V'hinei, af shebemis be'itim alalu shehu misnogeg be'artzos rechokos ben umas shonos of the alilim or ben Yisrael shenisrashu mikiyam Torah. If a person is either abroad in a foreign country or he's amongst people who don't keep the mitzvahs, lo nokel hu lishmor es dinei Torah. Not so pashut to be an observant Jew. Aval t'mur zeh before minakosam ma'amari chazal she'im yeh leven chayil. That expression v'yeh ven chayil comes from Malachim Aleph, Perek Aleph, Pasuk Nun Beis. But if a person is going to be a man of valor, talking about nitzachon muchlat, the nitzachon against the environment and against the Yetzirah. Yinitzachim hamilchama gdol hi milchemes haYetzirah v'yira lishmor es haTorah b'chol protel b'hais nidgor. He's careful to observe the Torah and all its parts while he's in Chutz La'aretz. Ve'asid lovo yizchor harbe mod. You should know that he's got a ticket. He's got a ticket to ride. He's got a ticket to ride. He's got a ticket to ride the Olam Haba. Tachas yisurim ve'elbon shesoval avur kvodo shel Kadosh Baruch Hu. Why? Because he suffered, always, and suffered keeping his Yiddishkeit for the greater glory of God. Ad meorium gloriam Dei. V'yeh mekodshei hashah.
Did you just throw in a little Latin?
That's all Latin to me. V'yeh mekodshei Hashem avur, he would be considered a person who sanctifies Hashem. Min hakosav mima shematzinu b'shir hashirim. B'tshuva sheisha b'kodesh baruch hu knesset Yisrael. V'omar im lo seid'i lo hayofim rashim tz'iloch be'ikvei atzon re'iyas kedezayas.
Be'ikvei atzon re'iyas kedezayas.
V'akavana hisbonani b'darchei avosecha ulechi b'darchechem. You should go in the ways of your forefathers. Kamo shepirshu hamafarshim v'niskavim me'inyan avos mimashi yadua l'chol me'inyan Avram Avinu she'az yachid be'alamo v'lo nafal libo al yedei zeh yachid be'inyan avodas Hashem she'kol ador kula haya avdei avilim. Even though his entire environment was full of idolatry, lo nafal libo zeh, he wasn't discouraged at all. Ella haymas chazik ba'atzmo me'esh shehikes borrow from the time that he recognized.
Can you imagine that to be like a yochid in a world where everybody worships idols and you don't?
That's Abraham, Big Abe.
That's unbelievable.
Big Abe.
How do you stand up to such a thing?
They even made, just like Abraham Lincoln is on a dollar bill, the Havdil, you have to say. Avram Avinu is on a coin. You remember that coin?
Yeah. He was on one side, Sarah was on the other side.
Right. So, and Avram Avinu, Shaya, Az b'yechina b'inyan avodas Hashem kol ador kulo, Haya azav de'elim, v'lo nafel lipo, al mitzchazik b'atzmei eish she'ikar esboro, b'ayin she'sichlo, leilech b'derachel v'farsein, elakuso, l'kol, v'sovel, machmazeh, kama yisurin, Nimrud, Anchi Irul, Besof, Hishlichu, Lakibshan Ace, Anchi Besof, Nigla Love, Hashem Yisbarach Silo. Of course, we're at our place, our destination.
You may say that he coined the currency.
He coined. And he has
was
really.
A Kohen, you would have said he coined.
He was a Kohen. He was the
biggest.
He was the father of our nation. Anyway, Yesh L'cha Mashu.
I did put a couple of.
Werte? So what's the word that you told us we have to Troyan?
Troyan.
Okay.
Troyan.
And your mother would also say what
so it's interesting because my mother really didn't speak Yiddish, but she used a lot of Yiddish words. And a lot of the words, now that I'm learning Yiddish,
comes back.
Like for instance, one word she used when she would talk about something, she could say, he's just vulgaring around. Vulgaring. So it doesn't mean to roam around.
Right.
Then all of a sudden you learn that a Valgerhals is a rolling pin. So Valgerois means to roll out the dough. So Valgerin is like to roll around.
Roll around. Vulgarin.
Vulgarin around, yeah.
So what was I just want to remember, Troyan and your mother's word that you
Commanderin.
said. Commanderin.
She's like he's commanderin, it's like he's
so I have to remember Commanderin and Troyan.
Yeah, here was here. Zerreißt das gefährliche Buch sofort. It's the word sofort. I think you once knew that word. I said it wrong and you pronounced it right and you knew the word. Sofort. I said sofort. Soforot. Sofort.
Which means?
At once.
Sofort.
Sofort.
Okay, sofort.
Zerreißt dem gefährliche Buch sofort.
To
rip up this horrible book right away.
Immediately.
And the other word is kiltzich up.
Kiltzich up.
Kiltzich up. Der Hund killt sich up in a wenig.
The dog does something inside.
Kilt sich up. He cools himself down inside.
Uh-huh.
Kilt sich up.
Kilsecha. Well, that's easy
Ich
to
mein,
transliterate.
Wir gehen reingehen in Schwimmbassin, als echt kilt sich up.
If you go inside a cool pool, then you get cooled up. In this weather especially.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it?
That's it.
Okay, are you going to...
I am, Bezrat Hashem.
You know, believe that you're an inspiration, but now is a smart time to go because it's not
Yeah,
so
no,
haste.
they said you shouldn't. My wife told me don't. I said it's early.
It's early,
It's early. It's so
But
early.
but your Rebbe, she's, she
Takes care of me.
take care, smart them. Okay, so let's see if we could carefully take it out without, here we go.
We can
Surgery?
Excise the phone.
Okay, you did it. Okay, I'm gonna hold it in the right way. Let's see, this is the right way. Here we go. We'll continue. Okay. Shakayach! Chayim!
Chaim Tovim.
Chayim Tovim!
Good to have you back with me.
It's good to be back and to be live, not virtual. Okay, here we are, walking back to our Makom Kavua, wishing all the Cholim or Refuah Shlema. I didn't read the list. I have you all in mind, and it's important to read what we're learning from the Nidchei Israel, to see the text that's in our chat that Shmuel Greenwald posted. You could look at Nidchei Israel. We're beginning the 3rd chapter, Perek HaShlishi, and you could follow what I've been learning today. As I get to the spot, we're going to continue before we talk about the Yartzites. Okay, let's go. You have a mitzvah of V'lech Techa B'derech, Dalet Amos with me, together. Mir Hashem, you come to Eretz Yisrael, we'll do this together. Okay. Here we go. We were reading Ishlichu B'Kivshan Eish. Avraham Avinu had great self-sacrifice. He threw him into a furnace. Ad Sof Nigla Alav Hashem Yisbarach V'Yitzilo. Hashem revealed himself to Avram and saved him. V'hu lo hayalo hiskalos min hashamayim etzchila sheyatzilu mishesh. He was not guaranteed to be saved, but he didn't have a revelation before that. Elohaya misratze yishoref v'lo v'hatas miderech ha'emes. He was willing to be burnt rather than give up the true path. Lavad sheshomer ba'atzmo es kol divrei Torah kamo hi'alav he'id alav ha'kasav ekev asher shama Avraham b'koli v'yishmar mishmartim mitzvosai kukasav torosai. And that even before the Kabbalah Torah, Avraham observed all the mitzvos. So Hayam Makarev Abrios. On top of all that, he was the first Kiruv, the person who brought closer all the brios, all those who came to him. Tachas Kanfei Eshchina, Kamosha Amar Kosuv Esa Nefesh Asher Asu B'Chorin. We're talking about the souls that he made. What do you mean? He was able to bring him closer to Hashem. V'Haya Misgorer Me'ir Le'ir. And yet he was the first distant traveler from one kingdom to the other. And he introduced monotheism. Because of that, Hashem loved him and called him his beloved. We say Mogen Avraham. And he was a shield and shelter. We have inherited this virtue. Mischazik lelech b'derech Hashem lishmor torosei mitzvosai, when he strengthens himself and fortifies himself and observes the Torah and the mitzvos, af kishuhu bein hakotzim ha'barkonim, even though he's amidst the thorns and the thistles, below lahatos miderech emes, and never to veer from the true path. Mis'al midragasam od, he and the fum tzara agra, according to travail and the challenges, so is the greater his reward. V'kadosh baruch hu yilo gam kein l'magim, and the more that he protects us with his virtues, Hashem will protect him. And that's a good klal for all of us, that we should follow the path of our forefather Avraham Avinu. Now we also want to talk about the yartzites today. The Menachem Mendel Lazer ben Reb Moshe Avram David Lazer mi Strizov Nolad Betarnov, which is in Galicia, ב-1788 ונפטר שם בט"ז אב, שזה היום, the 16th day of Av, ב-1831. אביו היה נכדו של רב מרדכי, שעוד הכיר את הבעל שם טוב. ומנחם מנדל היה תמיד במלא שמחה, which is a good virtue to be, always to be אשרי אדם משמח תמיד. עוד בטרם מילא לו 30 שנה, התפלל לפני העומד ביומים הנוראים אצל רב מנחם מנדל מרימנוב, בגלל קולו האדיר, הזהירו את הנשים המוברות לצאת מבית הכנסת, אבל הסתכנו. His voice was so melodious.
I'm sorry?
Giving a shear.
Oh.
Anyway, so his voice, the pregnant women had to be careful that they would not endanger themselves. Pam achas, b'filas Yom Kippur sarka lo Reb Menachem Mendel me'Rimanov es hasidah shelo. Once on Yom Kippur, the Reb Menachem Mendel closed the siddur of Menachem Mendel Mistridrov. It's a siddur Arizal. And everybody was they just were astonished. Amar Rebbe, so Rabbi Rimanov said, "Segarti lo tasidar mishim sheratza lachaven kavanas akohen gadol b'kodesh kodoshim, or b'chadati sheyazik li lo ki hayat tza'ir ma'od." That he would actually reach the kavanah of Aaron, of the Kohen Gadol. Rabosov Hayah Chazar min Lublin, his Rebbe was the Chazar from Lublin, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Rimanov, Rabbi Yisrael Koshnitz. The Menachem Mendel Lazer, whose yahrzeit is today, Hayah Lamden Gadol v'Kihen Karaba Shel Strizov. Ube'erev Yomev, and towards the end of his days, Chazal Le'ir Aladato Tarnov. Tarnov Haisa Iriyah Sheshimcha B'Rabbanim Gdolim Kamo Rab Avram Avli Gomberner, the Magen Avraham. Rab Menachem Mendel Diber Chiber et Sfarim Sova Smachot Beis Chalakim Al Masechtas Kedushin V'Ala Torah. Okay. Today is also the yahrzeit of Moshe ben Raphael David Pardo, שנולד ב-1810 ונפטר ב-1888, נולד בירושלים, למד בישיבת חסד לאברהם, בני שלמה. כיהן כדיין בבית דין העדה הספרדית בירושלים. ב-1867 he became an Av Bezdin. ב-1871 היה רב הראשי ביהדות Alexandria, and he had that post for 17 years. He was Mechaber Hora Bezdin, Yitzchak Umishpat, Tshuva Mi'ahava. Today is also the yahrzeit of Avraham Bechor ben Chaim Alchdif, שנולד ב-1831 ונפטר ב-1909, מכונה אבן. נולד בטבריה. ב-1896 היה הרב של צפת. ב-1898 בעלי טבריה. הוא היה מחבר מפי אהרון, כתב אהרון, ראש אהרון, נשוי אהרון, הזיו אהרון, ויקרא אהרון, זכות יוסף זכר say. Okay, and that's it for today's shir. Baruch Hashem again. The Shama Zaham and Aliyah, Rav Meir, Fulda, and my Rebbe should have a safe trip back and forth to Petach Tikva to the Kever today. And we wish everyone Yom Tov L'Kulam.